Good morning, Jenny Clouston here. I'm quiet this morning. There's this little table is. Oh, look who's here. Table is full of nonsense because I'm going to. Oh, let me clear the decks here. Whoa. What I'm going to do today is. Oh, genade meisie mens. Oh, Lorna. Swearing early in the morning. From here, I'm just going to take this little one out and work on this little snippet. Now, I wonder if I should do that. I'm just going to take that out for the moment. Do you know, honestly, the brush turkeys make me so mad. I've got this bird feeder out there for the rainbow lorikeets, and they jump up on this tiny little bird feeder and they eat all the seeds before the other little birds can actually. Anyway, let's just talk about this little one. So this little snippet here I am not finished doing. However, I don't feel like finishing it. So I'm going to work on this one over here. So it's been stabilized, and I'm going to work with. I saved these tiny little bits of fabrics from the vintage sheets quilts that seem to be going on and on and on. I'm doing another one now, and then I'm finished. Then the fabric will be finished. Thank goodness. Let's see. Those bush turkeys eat. I wonder if my husband can put something around the bird feeder to stop the giant bush turkeys eating everything. Let me just get closer. I'm going to do some research, and see. Okay, I'm just going to switch my camera off because there's somebody walking behind our house and the dogs are going to go ballistic. Let's see what happens. Well, that was interesting. They stopped and they took photographs of all the birds that are out in the garden. Okay, so go. All right, let me switch it off. All right, so it's all quiet now. I'm trying to play here, and I want to keep it simple. I do like this handkerchief, but I don't like all this hard bit here. But I do like that sort of bit over there. It reminds me of Art Deco something. So I just don't know how I'm going to play with this if I do. I then have just got this little bit of something that I could put over there. But it looks a little bit heavy and just singly over there. What else have I got here? I've got some of this, which is quite cute. It looks like a little mound of flowers. I like that sort of shape. I'm not sure if I should do that. Just the right way and the wrong way. Should I keep it simple? Okay, let's do that. What's on this side? A little bit of staining, which never bothered me before. See, that's also quite cute, but it's very similar to this one on the other side. Does it bother me? No. If I like something, that's quite sweet. Well, I've got options. If I do the one, and you put the T down. If I do the one now, a little mound of something. I just feel like something needs to, if I'm putting this on there, I need a little bit of something behind there. I just find that it's a little bit too static, and then that's too heavy, and then it just all becomes a bit much. Oh, the little bluebirds out there now. It's like a blue, what do they call them? Oh no. Okay, Jennifer, I must focus. I must stop gazing at birds. All right, let's cut this up and see what happens. Let me just give myself a few extra little ones here. Now, somebody asked me the other day what kind of birds they were in the video when I was talking to them, I think at the end of last video. And they were kookaburras. And that, as you know, is you know who. The crow. The crows. Oh no. Okay, focus. Now, for those of you who don't know anything, I'm not professing to be a bird specialist, although whatever they are, I'm not. But the birds in Australia are quite different. So quite a few of them, because they don't have to rush around and fly south for the winter, they actually mate for life. Quite a few of the birds in Australia do mate for life. And a kookaburra is one of them. And so those little couples that you see are, you know, I think the same ones have been coming to me for years. And also their babies stay with them for up to 4 years. Their babies their offspring, stay with them for up to 4 years. Now, what's interesting to our little kookaburras, the family, they used to always be 3 of them. Always. And just lately, every now and then, there's the one comes singularly. How sad is that? So obviously, he's growing up, and they are going, you know what, it's time for you to go on your be on your bicycle. So he's going to have to go looking, searching for his little mate or her mate. Another interesting thing, I'll bore you to tears about the birds. Another interesting thing about Australian birds is that because they don't have to be, as I said earlier, about frenetic about finding a mate, having the chicks, and then in time for winter to fly off, the morning choruses are not so much about finding a mate or anything. They're conversational. Kookaburras do their call to mark their territory, but majority of the time, the calls of the bird, the dawn chorus of the birds in Australia, are just chatting. Just chatting about. Some of them are living in little communities like the little miners, and then they just tell each other where they are. And okay, so now there we go. I am ready to go. It's a little bit short on that. I'll stretch it out because I quite fancy to fill up. Oh no. All right, so I'm going to get this stabilized down. Oh, it's by a warm. Let me just take off the jumper. It sure is becoming spring. I'm waffling too much, Jennifer. Let's just get going here. This needle's very big. Oh, that little bluebird's back again. Oh, yeah. I hope there's some seeds left. That'll make me happy. This needs to come down in relation to this over here, because it's going to be, I think it's going to be a little book or a little basket or something. How am I I fussing so much today? Sorry, I'm off camera here and I've got a knot. It's all happening here. I'm just going to pin this down. Have I got a pin? I don't have a pin, but I've got a needle. Sorry. Nope, Jennifer. Put it back in a... Oh, you can see I'm concentrating today. Oh, there was good news about the tooth. Very, very good news for those of you who sent me a message going, have the teeth. That's good. And lovely Jane is still overseas. She'll be back soon. No, not soon actually. I think she's got another, I don't know how long. How pretty is that? To all my South African followers and my New Zealand followers, didn't the Springboks do so well? It was very exciting. I'm a boka, I say. See, I really felt that I needed that little bit of something over there. Is all this going to hold? I just needed to hold just for a little while until I get my flowers on, and then the flowers will keep it down. I don't necessarily want to have big ugly stitches holding things down. Because the snippet is so... Anyway. Okay, crows. I will stop yapping. Okay, now. Sorry, I'm just going to have a sip of tea. Okay, so what I've done is I dived into... So when I sell silk ribbons, I sell it in a 2mm pack or a 4mm pack or a 7mm pack. So I dived into one of these and I got out the brighter orange one. It's in this pack, but it's also in this glorious sunset pack. So there you go. I just felt I wanted some yellow. Sorry, I sneezed. Because I think it can take the yellow or the orange, because that's quite nice and bright and joyous. And then this one, I mean, there's a lot happening in this background. So I think I'm going to keep, I don't know whether to go with this one. Ooh, or go deeper, or just do both. I'll do both, okay? So let's get some stem stitch happening here. Where's my little bird? I need quite a thin needle though. And now this is what I used for that over there. But is it going to be strong enough to handle the bright yellow orange thing? So if I see it like this, And I put that there. Is it going to be strong enough? Should I see if I've got something else? Now I am using, you know what might work? Hold on. Sorry, I sneezed. Because I think it can take the yellow or the orange, because that's quite nice and bright and joyous. And then this one, I mean, there's a lot happening in this background, so I think I'm going to keep, I don't know whether to go with this one or go deeper, or just do both. I'll do both, okay? So let's get some stem stitch happening here. Where's my little bird? I need quite a thin needle though. And now this is what I used for that over there. But is it going to be strong enough to handle the bright yellow orange thing? So if I see it like this and I put that there, is it going to be strong enough? Should I see if I've got something else? Now I am using, you know what might work? Hold on. Oh, okay, so what I've decided to do is use, you know me and brown, love myself a little bit of brown, so I'm going to use the chameleon brown, and then that'll be strong enough to handle that. So this chameleon brown that I love is in the chameleon thread pack. Now for those of you who have gone onto the website recently, it has been suspended because we are adjusting it for the tariffs for the United States. So you'll most probably find that it hasn't been sort of sorted out yet. So can you just be a little bit more patient? And all right, now what I need to do is get this secured down. I think I'm going to just tack this down quickly, peeps, because she is going to move on me constantly. And then that is going to drive me mad, and I'm sure you are bananas. Oh, so as you know, I love to walk, and the last few months, oh no, I've been getting a sore knees. I have no idea why. I think I know, but anyway. And so what I've been doing, king parrots. What I've been doing is, when I'm going for a walk, very demanding, she's saying, where is my breakfast? It's come right up next to me. I wish you could see it. I'm going to try and take this off. There's my little beehive, my native beehive that I sit next to, and there the king parrot is. All right. I know. I'll go and get your breakfast now. Okay, let me put this off. Somebody's demanding breakfast. Right, you can see I have just tacked it down, basted it, or whatever you call it. I just simply want to get it down so that when my flower's on there, I can remove it, because I don't really want to have horrible big stitches holding this down, you know. There's another king parrots just here. You know, they are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. They've got purple and green and bright red. That's the king parrot sound. Just hold on a minute. Can you believe how close that bird is? Shame. I normally feed it by hand sometimes. Hold on a minute. I'm going to go do something. Hold on. So, sorry. I'll get back to this now. My tension's not great. Sun's come out. I'm so busy with the birds today. Anyway, so I was telling you, so I thought, oh, what I'll do is I'll just rest my leg. So I didn't go for a very long walk. I sort of did 4 kilometers or so. And I went to the creek and I just sat down next to the creek. And I just sat there. I got eaten by a few mozzies. However, it was a whole different experience of walking without missioning, you know. I just sort of sat there and listened to the birds and whatever. So now let's finish this. There's one flower, one little flower. Do I need to go up higher? I wish I had gone more into it, but it veered off over there, so you can just go there. Okay, now terrible stem stitches today. It's because I'm focusing on the birds. This king parrot, to keep it safe, I put it right near me and it's happily eating away. All right, so I'm going to end this off and then I'm going to do my little petals. I'm not sure if you can hear the crunching the seeds away. Okay. Now, because I'm working with silk ribbon, I do need a chenille needle. And just remember, I might put this one on. I would ideally have liked to press the silk ribbon, but I'm not going to because I'm inside. I mean, I'm outside and I don't feel like going inside. Okay. Now I'm just going to do random, not random. I'm just going to do some lazy daisies because all I'm doing here is I'm keeping, once again, everything very simple because that's how I like to stitch in the morning when I'm just doing it for myself. And also with the snippet, I don't really have to go bananas. There you go. So this is a 2mm silk ribbon because I wanted it to be, you know me and silk ribbon. I just love it. Now you see that lazy daisy there, for example, she's not behaving and she's not puffing out as much as I'd like her to be because I haven't pressed the silk ribbon. And you see she's different, which is upsetting. This king parrot is just sitting here having a lovely time eating because my presence is keeping those other cheeky birds at bay. I'm not going to tell you who, but somebody came to my class once and she said that what she does to my videos and everybody else, she watches them at like a faster speed. And well, firstly, for somebody who's, if they're working very fast, and also I'm not so sure if that would be relaxing. But then again, I suppose if you are after the end result, you just want to see the end result, I suppose that's the option you have with YouTube. You can just sort of go, you're taking too long here. I think I'm just going to forward wind you. Or if for example, if I'm blabbing on about birds and she really doesn't want to hear the birds, then you can just, your options are, you can just forward wind me as quickly as you possibly can. This YouTube is fascinating for me. As I said, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Yeah. I'm just doing little colonial knots here now. Oh, it's so peaceful here. Just listening to the little bird crunch away at the nuts while he's not little. Now, he doesn't have a mate. They're also mate for life, the king parrots. I'm going through a whole lot of knots here. So it's one of my granddaughter, Lila, her birthday on Saturday. So I put the parcel in the post, and also what I did a few times, especially when they were little, I put confetti in the packaging so that when they open up I'm sure I've told you this before, I feel as though I have, open up the presents and they pull all their presents out. I did it once when I was just sending my granddaughter clothes, and I thought, oh, this is so boring. Anyway, to cut a long story short, so I write on the package, warning, confetti alert, and then they go outside, and because it's paper confetti, they open up the parcel outside, and then my son holds the packet up and sort of flicks it around, and all the little girls dance underneath the confetti as it's flying through the air. So I said to my daughter-in-law yesterday, the parcel is in the post. Are you over the confetti? Just let me know. And she said, oh, she laughed. She's so lovely, my daughter-in-law. She laughed and she said, oh no, you've started something, so you can't stop now. So, and even my grandson, oh, he's turned 8. He might actually not like the confetti. Anyway, there are also sweets or lollies or whatever you call them in there as well. So as my son is flicking the parcel, the package, in the air, now this is a variegated one, and so that now what's happened is that yellow, always press that ribbon. Okay, that's fine, I'm done. Now, what kind of leaves would a daisy have? I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if I do a lazy daisy. Oh, these scissors are terrible. Lazy daisy. See, the stem is at a really weird angle. I'm hoping that when the others go in, see how the neck's odd? Maybe the wind's just blowing, you know. If I do a lazy daisy, pull it really, really tight and have it at a jaunty angle. That looks pretty good. I'll do that. Let's just travel down first. I might have to pick that food up. Oh, why don't I put this in a hoop? That's a good idea, Jennifer. It's a very good idea. Where's that basket? That's better. So much better. Oh, I'm battling. See, it's because I've been concentrating on the birds and not on what I'm doing. Also, the thread count of the sheets is, although it's soft and old, the thread count is, see, lazy daisies don't like being long. Well, I don't think they like being long. They just kind of, oh my God, don't pick this. I'm not so sure if I like that leaf. Let me just try something else. I should have actually gone from there. I'm not sure either leaf is good, but I'm not going to unpick any one of them. Or will I? You know me, I say I'm not going to, and then next minute. You see, I like that. So that's what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do about that. I'll see about that now. That crow is going, unpick it, Jennifer, and do it properly. Yeah, okay, so dimensionally now what's happened is, for me anyway, I'm just going to finish this off and sort out my issue. See, dimensionally this now is too, she is too small for that long thing with all the little bits and pieces on. So what I'm going to have to do is make her a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to go back to this. Is that part of that? No, that's not that color. This is the beautiful one from that sunset pack. I'm just going to go back to her. And I'm going to just try and make her a little bigger and a little more untidy. Just going to rough her up a bit. And I think that could help. That's the only thing sometimes when you're working like I work, you know, you're not following a pattern. So a pattern is going to be beautifully drawn out, designed, the composition's going to be good, blah de blah. But when you're working like I do, without a pattern, which I love, don't get me wrong, much prefer this way than to following a pattern, you have to think on your feet and be willing to, to pivot. To go, okay, well, that's definitely not working, or what can I do to sort that out? and sometimes it actually doesn't work, and then you've got to, sit with a little bit of unfortunateness, which is, for me, I'd rather, and this is going to sound terrible, I'd rather create something really unfortunate than make something beautiful that I have followed a pattern exactly. And for some of you, that might, please, I'm not judging you that's just me personally. Okay. I'm very late heading out to my beach swim today. See, if I take the hoop off, that's when the shit hits the fan, because you can actually see much better. So I'm going to come out over here and do another one there, and then look, it's not working. And what I should have maybe done is I wonder if I should rather take that one out. Okay, instead of adding one, I'm going to just lob that one out, because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, because I wasn't present and I was thinking of the birds, I think what I'm going to, I'm looking at it in isolation. I'm not saying to myself, oh, there's another one coming. Yeah, so let me just put this through and then do the other little flower, because I must probably find, peeps, that when I have done the other flower, I will have noticed that the little flower would have been fine anyway. Oh, I'm rambling today. Come on, come on. Here you go. Let's just end her off. There's a bit of a knot happening there. Okay. Let's do the next stem and see what happens. Come on. It's untidy. There's all sorts of things happening. Let's clear my decks here, as my mother would say. Clear the decks. Okay. Now, let's put another stem in. I'm just going to try and make this leaf look like the other one. It's a bit bigger than the other one, but that's fine. Don't you love the way I'm hoping my finger's going to sort it out? Jennifer? Come on, why is everything all tangled up here? Okay. Right, now what I'm going to do is get rid of this horrible tacking or basting. That's going to go. It's all jar. That's okay. So now I'm going to go and have another one. I really think that should have come up here. Can you see? Up there. And I just don't like that. Just it's bugging me. All right, so what I'm going to do is, after today, with Bonnie barking, I'm going to leave it for today. And thank you so much for your time. And sorry it was so disruptive. Bye for now. Come on. You can do it. You've done it before.